Would you like $1 million secret to manifest wealth? I believe that you're watching this video right now and something will shift inside of you. You will feel it. You will know. And there's a reason why you are watching and listening to this right now. It's a secret because most people don't talk about this. It's a secret because most people are so focused on freedom, on money, on wealth, on health, on all of these things. And there's nothing wrong about that. I am too. But it is a secret because most people don't want to talk about these things. And in that secret lies the secret to shifting everything. So I believe you're watching this because you're ready to transform. You have a desire to manifest wealth. You have a desire to be wealthy, to be healthy, to be full of love. And maybe you have tried so many things, but it didn't work out. In the many last videos I did, I talked about Neville Goddard because I've been reading Neville Goddard's teachings, lectures, and shared also from my own meditation things that I've learned and that I am working with from where I am right now. And it came to me the other day that for many teachers, it's said to focus on what we desire. Focus on the thing you desire. And that's true. It's going to help, and it's going to help a lot. But, and here's the secret, here's the $1 million secret for you to manifest wealth. If you've experienced that you did all the things, you did what is taught to you, what you read, what you listened to, but it's not working. You're not manifesting the life that you desire. Could it be that it's because there's something that you have not done yet, that you have not been told yet? Could it be? And what I'm sharing with you here in this video is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. It's simple, but not easy. And I got this image before hitting the record button here for this video. I got this image that is like, and I was this guy for so many years. I was chasing the sun. I was chasing the sun, the freedom, the wealth, the health, the love of my life. I was chasing all of these things. I was running toward the sun. But guess what? Guess what was behind me all of the time? That was my image. I was running toward the sun. Guess what's behind me? And if you know what I'm speaking about, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been for many years. I've been a leader for many years. My shadow is still there. My shadow is still behind me. It's catching up. It's always there. It's kind of like it's dragging the things from my shadow was dragging me behind, back to the place. Maybe you know this feeling of trying to work hard, to solve things, to create the life that you dream of, and yet still, it's kind of like there's this heavy energy, this darkness just pulling you down. I felt like that for so many years, and I can still get those feelings today. And I'll share with you right here in this video what it is from my experience and from the people that I've helped with this experience. Heart-driven, impact-driven entrepreneurs who just felt like they were giving so much but not getting the results that they maybe even began to doubt that they could get. So what is this secret? First of all, do you know what I'm speaking about? Do you know how it feels like to run fast, to struggle, to work harder, to do all the things that you've been told to do, and still seeing that the results are not showing up? Again, I know how this feels, and I didn't like that feeling. I still don't like it today. If it shows up for me, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now I understand it. Now I know what to do about it, and I know how to shift it. But why is it that nobody's speaking about this? Probably because it's not that very sexy to speak about. Probably because it's not that very sexy to speak about. I just found this quote from Carl Jung saying, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." And that's exactly what I'm speaking about here in this video. And also I found this from Joseph Campbell: "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." The cave you fear to enter holds the treasures you seek. So what I mean by all of this, what was that with, what are you speaking about, Michael, with a shadow and all of these things? I'm speaking about, I understand Neville Goddard says, turn your back on the things that you do not want and focus on the thing you desire. I understand it, and there's a good thing in doing that. Focus on the thing you desire. But yet, I see it like this today, this shadow, the things that are in the shadow, your subconscious mind, your beliefs, your core beliefs, the things that are put in there as you was a child. Seeds that programmed you, programmed your family, programmed your neighbors, programmed me, that we learned in a very young age. Those seeds are still there, no matter how hard you fight, no matter how hard you struggle, no matter how hard you work, the seeds are still in there. And that's what the last quote here, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Our mind, and I know this because I've been through this for so many years, our mind does not want us. Your mind doesn't want you to look at these things. It's scary. Something is in there that didn't feel good in a young age. Felt too much for the nervous system to handle, for the cycle to handle, and it was locked in. Like in the dark. In the cave that we fear to enter. Because that was pain at a young age. Somehow, it could be around money, it could be around love, it could be around feeling good enough, it could be around being acknowledged, it could be around just feeling comfort from our mom or our dad. And if we didn't get that, or if we had experiences where it wasn't nice, it wasn't good, it was too much for us to handle for a young child, stressful, so it was locked in there, like in a cave, like in this shadow I speak about here. So no matter how hard, there's a certain time, I've seen this myself, and I work with clients and seen it with them too. There's kind of like a certain time where we come to a point where we say, no matter what I'm doing, it doesn't really work. So we can say, okay, keep focusing on the light, but the shadow is still there. The seeds and darkness in the cave is still there. So what is this $1 million manifestation secret to manifest wealth? It is actually the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So it's actually, and this is bravery, big time bravery. This is courage. And again, I've been there. I went through these things myself. It takes so much courage to enter that cave that we fear, but in there is the treasure. So whatever it is that's in that darkness, in there is your gold, in there is your wealth, in there is your health, in there is your love. But it's in the darkness. So when we, you, I, our neighbors, they get caught up in trying to work even more, caught up in doing things just to distract themselves. For most of us, that's exactly where the treasure is, because when we distract ourselves from feeling those feelings that we don't like, those feelings that we fear. But what if, when those feelings shows up inside of us, if you know how it is to come to the end of month and not having enough money, or being afraid of the next bill, or even being afraid of an email or phone call from the bank or something. I know, I remember it. I had pain in my stomach. And I just tried to put the phone away. I didn't want to face it. I didn't know what to do. And I felt it. But in those emotions, in that dark place, in that cave, instead of facing the light, when you face or walk into that cave, face the darkness, and stay with it until it transforms, in there is the light. The light will crack through that darkness. And let me just give you one example and then one quote more. And by the way, this is part of what I'm speaking about in our trainings for this in our Manifestation Masterclass. It's a free masterclass. There's a link below here. You can check it out. What I'm speaking about here, one example for me is that when I started out as a leader, and even as I grew as a leader, I still had this thing that I'm sharing with you now. But when I became an entrepreneur, I had to learn to sell my stuff. That feeling of not being good enough, that feeling of being an imposter, that feeling of trying to sell someone something and not really feeling that I was worth it or the thing was worth it. Even I've been writing books before and I didn't sell any of those because I was so afraid what people would say about the books. So I could write even more books. I could see if I could make them even more perfect, but it wouldn't help the problem. The treasure was in the cave, in the dark cave. So for me, when I began to look into my nervousness or being called out as an imposter or things like that, when I began to walk into that cave and let those energies transform, let those emotions like really rise, because when we feel those things, what about it's actually not because something is holding us back, it's because those emotions, what about this mindset? It's because those emotions want to be transformed. In there, inside of you, is something bigger than those emotions. So as you keep stepping into the dark cave, those emotions, they will get heavier. They will do everything they can to get you out of that cave, out of that dark place. But you just keep staying with it. Keep knowing that in there is the treasure. And it will dissolve. It will dissolve. That's the only way that we can tame those fears. Not even tame them, transform them, and not even something we have to do. It will do it by itself. As I said in the beginning, it's simple, but it's not easy. So what I experienced was like when I could like force myself, keep doing the reps, keep showing up to sales meetings, keep going to stages, but I still felt that fear. So it was like a very, very constant fight. It was a constant, I was wearing a very, very heavy suit or something. It was like dragging me down all the time. And when I entered that cave into the dark place and was with my emotions, not trying to hide them, not trying to run from them, not trying to just let them be there and run into the sun, but actually facing them, being with them, being in that dark cave, I found the treasure. I didn't need tactics anymore. I didn't need strategies anymore. I could just be more and more me. And I still have those things showing up, but I don't see it as a bad thing anymore. Don't see it as something that I have to run away from anymore. I see it as pure love. Hope you can use this as pure love for me. So you can see that for yourself too. When those things, let's say it's something in your life, something that in your business that you know you have to do, but you keep running away from it. Now entering this cave, the dark cave with the fears, do it. But not only do it, be with the emotions. Let them rise and let them transform, and then do it. In there is the secret. And Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Please give it a like, and I would love some comments. I love comments on these videos. So I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love.